Hi everyone, it's Daniel here. Today I'll be reviewing another Dire Straits album, and it is their album from 1982, and it is of course Love Over Gold, which is actually my favourite Dire Straits album. If you know me already, then yeah, this album doesn't come as a surprise. This is a lot of people's favourite Dire Straits album, for a great reason as well, which I'll talk about in a minute. So yeah, let's talk about the front. Absolutely fantastic. A great picture of thunder, lightning strike, really cool. I think the white and pink text go well with the dark blue clouds, and you even hear thunder on some of the songs and some of the tracks, and yeah, pretty cool. Love that. The album cover definitely fits the music, even though this album cover has nothing to do with love or gold or Love Over Gold, but yeah, still a great album cover. Probably my favourite Dire Straits album cover. Definitely the most relevant in my opinion and consistent. So yeah, album cover gets a thumbs up from me. So cool. So there's the front, there's the spine, Dire Straits Love Over Gold, and it's a back cover. So yep, got 5 tracks. Yeah, we haven't got many tracks in here, but each of them are over 5 minutes long, or way over 5 minutes long as a matter of fact. But yeah, all songs composed by Mark Knopfler and produced by Mark Knopfler as well, of course. One of the best guitarists of all time. And yeah, I think his singing, songwriting and lyrics, all go well really, all work really well in this album in my opinion. So yeah, I'm going to go through all 5 tracks in this album, and yeah, let's begin. So yeah, first track is Telegraph Road, great album opener. Takes a while to build up, but then you get into the actual song. You get some really cool drumming from Pick Withers. Of course, this would unfortunately be his last album. You get some really cool acoustic and electric guitars, played by Mark and Hal Lindes, who is the new rhythm guitarist. This was the only album he performed on, which is a shame. And then he would be replaced with Jack Sonny on the next album. Yep, and also you get some really great bass playing from John Owsley, of course. Beautiful piano parts from Alan Clark, who's also a new member of the band. Yep, they finally got a keyboardist. And yeah, this track definitely makes the new members of the band feel welcome. Yeah. And then, of course, this is the first Dire Straits song to use a synth, which the synths on this album used for, orchestral parts, sort of like a mellotron, but yeah. But I think the synths on this album sound absolutely intense, with songs like Telegraph Road and a couple of other songs as well. And yeah, I think the use of synths on this album is fantastic, and Telegraph Road, great 15-minute piece. Well, it's 14 minutes 15 seconds, but yeah, and that build up at the end, fantastic. Gradually speeds up, and then the bass lines go dum 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 dum. So cool. Such a great climax. I think Telegraph Road is my favourite. I think, yeah, by far, this is my Telegraph Road is my favourite Dire Straits song. I say that, but the next track, Private Investigations, might also be my favourite track on the album. So these 2 songs take up side 1. Yeah, 2 tracks take up side 1, I know. With it, Private Investigations being nearly 7 minutes long, 6 minutes 45 seconds. However, the single edits, edited down a bit. So to release this song as a single is really strange because, it's sort of spoken word. You get some beautiful acoustic guitar playing from Mark, some great vocals, some really cool synth parts as well, especially towards the end, which, sounds like a double bass or a cello, in an orchestra, which is really cool. I think Private Investigations is one of the most strongest, intense Dire Straits songs ever. And then you get the ending as well, which of course that bass line, John Owsley just hitting that one note, dum, dum, and keeping in time with the drums, absolutely fantastic. And yeah, and then you get the rhythm guitar that comes in out of nowhere and makes you jump. Especially if you listen to it on headphones, it goes da 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 da. So cool. Like honestly, I remember going to this bar in town, and yeah, and then they had this jukebox thing. Put a quid in, played this song. unusual song to play in a bar or a pub. But yeah. Yeah, I can't remember. I definitely know Telegraph Road has you know, a thunder sound effect, you know, thundercloud, you know, you get what I mean. But yeah, I think another track has like a thundercloud sound effect as well. So yeah, which might have came from a synth, or I don't know, just a tape loop. I don't know. Yeah, producing albums back then was a lot different than it is now. Like like in the 80s, you didn't have GarageBand or Logic or Ableton, that sort of thing, and you know, correcting a mistake or adding something in, you know, yeah, it was a lot different. But yeah, anyhow, Private Investigation's fantastic song. I've got the 7-inch. The B-side is badges, posters, stickers, and T-shirts, which was actually on the US version of the extended dance play, which I'll do a review on that at some point. So yeah, Private Investigation's fantastic track. I love this track. Also another thing, I believe Mark Knopfler said the production on this album, yeah, he produced it all by himself. He was listening to it like again, like listen to it back, you know, after it was finished, and then yeah, he said the production was flat, which I disagree with. I think the production of this album's fantastic and very vibrant, very, very strong for the 80s as well, you know. Like if this album was made today, I would still love it as much as I do as, you know, as this album came out in the 80s. So yeah, 80s music, probably my favourite genre, and yeah. So side one's fantastic. Massive thumbs up from me. So yeah. But side two's still really strong as well, in my opinion. You know, we get less kind of less progressive songs, but Industrial Disease is a fantastic track. It starts off with the fantastic drums, you know, played by Pick Withers, of course. You get some really nice organ, and then you get the synth riff, which, yeah, I believe this song inspired Walk of Life, sort of, you know. But this song is way more comedic, in my opinion. You know, it's about industrial disease and, you know, fame and all that. Bette Davis knees and all that. It's quite a funny song, and I really like that bridge section as well, you know. You know, smokers cough from smoking, and yeah, and also something else from drinking beer. I need to read the lyrics again. But yeah, Industrial Disease, really fun song. I love this song. Like, it gets mixed reviews from people, but I absolutely love this song. I think it's quite funny, but also, you know, quite political as well. You know, the world of fame and all that. And yeah, I think Industrial Disease gets a thumbs up from me. So I think it definitely does. Such a fun song. I love it. I actually enjoy it. Oh, and that guitar as well. Sounds like a frog going rimmy. Yeah, it's like so cool. Like the guitar sounds in this album definitely inspire the guitar sound used on Money for Nothing, for example, or Heavy Fuel from On Every Street. So yeah, very cool. Next track is Love Over Gold, which is an absolutely beautiful track. I love the acoustic guitar in it. Yeah, the first half of the song, it's, yeah, you know, first half is a song, and then like the second half is pretty much just like instrumental with some pretty haunting chords as well, you know. Yeah, sounds a bit haunting. You know, still a pretty song. And then you get some marimba as well, which you also get on Private Investigations, which that song and Industrial Disease were the only two songs to be released as singles, which Industrial Disease I can understand. Private Investigations, really strange single to release, to be honest. Love Over Gold, the title track, absolutely underrated in my opinion. I love that marimba at the end, you know, during the fade out. And yeah, just a fantastic song, absolutely beautiful. And yeah, the piano is fantastic. You know, Alan Clark definitely feels welcome on this album, and especially on a song like this. And yeah, very nice. And then to close off the album, we have It Never Rains, which is a fantastic way to end off the album, in my opinion. So, oh, that synth riff at the start, really cool. Never rains round here, and then you get that awesome like organ part, like the, yeah, you get the dun, dun, which is played on the organ, and then, you know, and the drums, you know, the crashes. Sorry, I can't talk. I'm getting way too excited because this album. Literally, when the organ goes, literally like the crash comes in. So cool. Like the musicianship between how many of these guys were there? 5. Last time we had 3. Yeah, the musicianship between these 5 blokes, absolutely fantastic. Never Rains, great way to end off the album. Just love the lyrics. Coincidentally, this came out the same year as the Only Fools and Horses episode and the second series of that show. And of course, the episode Never Rains is where Del Rodney and Grandad went to Benidorm and got into a bit of trouble. But yeah, absolutely fantastic album. This is the 1996 remaster, remastered by Bob Ludwig at Gateway Mastering. Very cool. Let's open it up. A disc, same as the Making Movies one, I believe. Very cool. Except this time around we've got 5 tracks instead of 7. Yeah, this album's quite proggy. I love that, and they've expanded their sound so much, even more than Making Movies. Started using synths for like orchestral like sounds and all that, string arrangement-esque sounds, you know, and for riffs as well, little melodies, you know, especially on Industrial Disease and It Never Rains. And yeah, the synths on the next couple of albums would be played by Guy Fletcher, and Alan Clark would mostly play the piano and the organ, the more older keyboards. So yeah, very cool. The more acoustic keyboards, should I say. Yeah, I love it on Private Investigation. I believe Mark Knopfler played the acoustic guitar and Hal Lindes played the electric, which I think that's fantastic. So it's a booklet, very cool. Very futuristic looking, I love that. I wish I got this album on vinyl, and I've seen it so many times in the market. Like, one of them's £5, one of them's £7. I could literally pick any of them up. But I got this album on CD instead, because why not? Another An Appreciation thingy-majig. This time written by John Tobler. Special thanks to Neil Dorfsman, who produced the next album, who's the engineer on this album. Many thanks to Damage Management and to Pete Burris. MK, obviously Mark Knopfler, not Mark King from Level 42. Yeah, he's right behind me. So yeah, personnel, we've got Mark Knopfler on vocals and guitar, Hal Lindes on guitar, Alan Clark on keyboards, John Owsley on bass, and Pick Withers on drums. We have Make Manieri on vibes and marimbas, tracks 2 and 4, which of course are Private Investigations and Love Over Gold. He does a really great job on this album. They would luckily call him back for the next album, which of course is the popular Brothers in Arms album, their most commercial album. And yeah, and then we also have Ed Walsh on synth programming, which he does a great job as well. He programmed the synths and Alan played them, because why not? Lyrics for Telegraph Road, absolutely fantastic lyrics. Ooh. Then came the churches, then came the schools, then came the lawyers, then came the rules. Fantastic, and you know, such a long song, but yes, just less than 50 minutes long, but it doesn't feel like it. Trust me, it goes by fast. Private Investigations, it's a mystery to me. The game commences, and yeah, such a cool song. Scarred for Life, No Compensation, Private Investigations. Such an intense song, I love it. And the build-up at the end is just worth it. Industrial Disease, fantastic song, great lyrics. The ITV and BBC are mentioned. Dr. Parkinson declared, I'm not surprised to see you here. You've got smoker's cough from smoking, bruised tube from drinking beer. I don't know how you came to get the Bette Davis news, but worst of all, young man, you've got industrial disease, which hopefully it's not real disease. Probably ain't. So yeah, Love Over Gold. Not many lyrics, because half of it's a song, half of it's just prog. Or pre-prog, I should say, because, you know, something you expect from Genesis, but, you know, in Dire Straits fashion. So yeah, It Never Rains, absolutely fantastic song, great way to end off the album. I'm surprised that wasn't released as a single, but unfortunately, Romeo and Juliet. Yeah. I said that because the name Romeo is mentioned in It Never Rains, so just instantly thought of that song. So yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. This has been my review of Love Over Gold by Dire Straits. Personally, my favourite Dire Straits album. A lot of people pick this as their favourite album as well. Yeah, so the debut, some people have picked that as a favourite from what I've seen. Communicate, I haven't seen anyone pick that album as their favourite. There's probably quite a few people who, yeah, most of the pop, like, I'd say about 20% of the world's population who are fans of Dire Straits, pick Communicate as a favourite because, that's just, yeah. If we all had the same opinions, then the world would be a boring place. Making movies, I've seen a few people pick that as a favourite, fair enough. This album I can totally understand. Brothers in Arms, close, but not quite up to this album's standards. So yeah, I can understand with that album. And on Every Street, yeah, I think it's quite underrated though, in my opinion. So yeah. I've actually done a Dire Straits album ranking. I'll leave a link to that in the description. And so thanks once again, everyone. Let me know what you think of this album. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Yeah, I know this might not be everyone's favourite album. It might be a bit much for them, especially people who are trying to get into Dire Straits. I think either the debut album or Making Movies, or even Communicate, would be great albums to start, listening to Dire Straits, getting into their music, and their Love Over Gold, would be sort of like, would sort of be, something they'll definitely listen to once they get used to Making Movies, once they've listened to the album a few times. So yeah, that's it for today. I shall see you next time, and as always, take it easy, and I'll see you later in a bit. Peace.